And amid the multiple conflicts unfolding around the world, there is a secret war brewing under the sea as well. It has to do with control over the critical infrastructure that lies beneath the ocean. The kind that has to do with internet, energy and power. The safety of these undersea infrastructure is in peril. And now the NATO is worried. According to a top NATO commander, the security of nearly 1 billion people across Europe and North America is under threat. The deputy commander of NATO's Allied Maritime Command, MARCOM, has warned that Russia and other enemies of NATO are pursuing a hybrid warfare under the sea. In fact, he says Russia is trying to target the extensive vulnerabilities of these underwater infrastructure. He warns that this network of underwater cables and pipes on which Europe's power and communications depend were not built to withstand Russia's hybrid warfare. The NATO commander's warnings coming after 2 incidents, remember, of suspected sabotage on gas pipelines in the Baltic in the last 18 months. The first suspected sabotage was on Nord Stream 1 and 2. It took place in September 2022. Russia and the West, at loggerheads over the Ukraine war, have accused each other for the pipeline blasts, and each has denied involvement. No one has taken responsibility. But Russia, which has described the blasts as acts of terrorism, expressed frustration over the inconclusive nature of the probe into the incident. And then in October last year, the Baltic connector pipeline was shut down after a sudden drop in pressure. A telecoms cable was also damaged. In December, Finland said that everything indicated that a Chinese ship had purposely damaged it with its anchor. Despite extensive investigations by multiple countries, both the Nord Stream blast and the Baltic connector incident remain unsolved. And experts say that now more than ever, the infrastructure under the sea are extremely vulnerable. Most of them, by the way, are owned by private companies who did not know that such hybrid warfare would develop so rapidly. The multiple conflicts around the world are putting them at risk, all at the same time. More recently, last month, 4 undersea cables were cut in the Red Sea, disrupting 25% internet traffic between Asia and Europe. And we still don't know if the cables were sabotaged or if it was the result of an anchor dragging along the seafloor. But you see, the back-to-back incidents highlight the growing risk to critical undersea infrastructure, and it's a major concern. In the West, it was the Nord Stream attacks that first highlighted this threat. At any given time, over 100 ships, nuclear submarines, conventional submarines, patrol the waters in the Arctic, the Black Sea, Atlantic, Baltic and the Mediterranean. And for the NATO, it means ensuring the security of nearly 1 billion NATO nation civilians. And this is exactly what the NATO commander stresses on. He says that even with a significant presence, it's impossible for the NATO to guard every piece of undersea infrastructure. He says that the primary responsibility lies with the countries to protect their own infrastructure, but such is the heightened nature of fears over undersea security that the NATO is in the process of setting up a center dedicated to the issue. Reportedly, it will be set up at MARCOM's UK-based headquarters in Northwood, alongside NATO's shipping center. The NATO's Maritime Command plans on using AI software to detect and follow suspicious activity at sea. You know, suspicious activity like ships switching off their automatic identification system in order to prevent them from being traced. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.